Shalom, shalom. Today I'm going to share with you about the topic concerning this what the word in Yeshua. I will read it for you. I can share with you about this parable concerning the in Matthew 25 concerning the parable of the talents. So, if you remember the 10, he has given 10 talents, 5, you say a servant. We're gonna read it. So I just read on to the last part, which is the one who was not I know you the one who is the faithful servant of the master. So let's gonna read on chapter 25 verse 22, I think. And for the context, we will read in 14. For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered his goods to them. And to the one he gave 5 talents, and to the other 2, and to other 1, to each according to his own ability. And immediately he went on a journey. So then he who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them, and made another 5 talents. And likewise he who had received 2 gained 2 more also. But he who had received 1 went and dug in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with them. So he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents. So the other talents, mga gipangtagaan og talents, which is gitrade nila, which is what the master was given, na nga ni nadouble ilahang mga gipanghatag sa iya. And there is one who didn't who was been given 1. Bisag 1 ra 1 rang gihatag diya nga taling kay, because according to the ability raman sa ila nga makaya nila. So he who had received 2 talents came and said, Master, you delivered to me 2 talents. Look, I have gained 2 more talents beside them. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your master. Then he who had received the 1 talent came and said, Master, I knew you to be a hard one, reaping where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. And I was afraid, and went and hid your talents in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours. But his master answered and said to him, You wicked and lazy servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown, and gather where I have not scattered seed. So you ought to have deposited my money with the bankers, and at the coming I would have received back my own with interest. Therefore, take the talent from him and give it to him who has been talents. For to everyone who has more will be given, and he will have abundance. But from him who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. So you see, this talent is not really exact. It's not really a money. This talent is the Torah. You know, the Torah, the seed. If you look carefully, Yeshua, when the last one who have 1 talent, he was hid in the ground, gitabunan ra niya dito, wala niya atimana, wala niya gipadaghan. How do you make your seed grow? The seed of Mashiach is the Torah of Moshe. This is what we receive from Mashiach. There are many with that, because Yeshua said, the master said, he only give for those kutub sa Makaya. There are 5, there are 2, you see, and then for those na doble sila. But this one, the last one, he didn't, because if you read carefully what it is said here, he didn't, it is about of sowing. Yeshua is not the one who will sow. Yeshua give us the seed. He gave the seed of the Torah. That is what is all about. So how do you make that, how do you make it kanang padaghano nimo? This is about our life. About our life ang seed ni Messiah. Because it is a said in the Torah is to be meditate day and night. What is the purpose of the Torah? The purpose of the Torah is to change our soul. How do we change our soul? How do we convert our soul into in harmony of Messiah, in harmony of the Elohim? The light, to become a light, a full light in oneness with our Master Yeshua. So this servant who was given one, he said he was lazy. He didn't do it. Why? He hid on the ground. He doesn't care. He doesn't care with the seed of Mashiach. The Torah, iyarang gipa gilubong. Wala siya cultivate sa iyahang seed nga gihatag. Because imo nang atimanon ang seed nga unsa may buhaton nimo na magtanom kag seed, di ba? Imo nang bubuan. We have to plant. When we plant the seed, we have to, Yeshua making a metaphor. We have to water it. So wala ka nag-water, di ba? Wala ka nag-water sa imong pagtuon sa Torah. Wala, what are you doing? Wala ka nag-care. Wala ka naggalam sa seed nga iyong gihatag ni Yeshua, which is the Torah. So the Torah in life, very important sa ato. Because why? If you read carefully in the Psalm 1:2, that the Torah you will be like, listen, what is it written here? So here it is in Psalm 1:2, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the path of the sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the Torah of Jehovah. And in his Torah he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree. A tree. The tree is represent also nato nga kita mga human being, mga servants sa Elohim. A tree planted by the rivers of water that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. You see, the connection of the parable, it is about the Torah. The Torah of Elohim, that we have, the seed of Mashiach was given. If you remember another parable ni Yeshua about atong asan gisown nila ang ilahang seed. Where does this sown? Oh, naay mga translation ato, naay mga meaning atong gisown nila sa, if you want, we gonna read so that we can see kung unsa kanindot sa isa connecting the dots. When you stick on the Torah of Elohim, the Torah of Moshe, if you stick that, the Torah of Moshe is very important. That is the seed of Mashiach. So you will see kung asa ang katong pirmero, asa gigisown. We are talking about this parable of the talents. So ang talents is the seed of the Torah. So where does you have, when he, on the last one, kung only one given kutob siyang ability, wala niya pakialami. He doesn't care. Because why? Because he's busy. So the answer is there. The answer is given in the other parable. We will see. So we're gonna see in the Matthew, the parable of the sower. So let's gonna read. Therefore, hear the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom, does not understand it, then the wicked one comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. This is who received seed by the wayside. But he who received the seed on a stony place, this is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, immediately he stumbles. Now he receives seed among the thorns, is he who hears the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becomes unfruitful. But he who receives seed on the good ground is he who hears the word and understand it, who indeed bears fruit and produces some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. So beautiful, di ba? Kung asa to, you see, the one who sow in the wayside, or among the thorns. So the other one is more among in the thorns. What happened to him is he who hears the word and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word. So, and he becomes unfruitful. Wala siya, dili siya magmabungahon. Nganuman, kay ang iyahang seed wala man niya gireceive ra niya, but wala niya gipa fruitful sa iyang kinabuhi. How can we become fruitful of the seed of Mashiach? So, because it is Elohim who will mold the potter. He is the one who mold the potter. I am the potter. He is the one who mold. The Father will mold. When we give increase, when we begin to dig the Torah, to meditate the Torah in our life, because that is our food, through Mashiach. The testimony of that prophecy of the Torah is through Mashiach. If you know, then it will be abundant in the life of many, in the life of the person, because it is written, he will be like a tree planted of the living water, and iyang mga leaves will not malaya. It will flourish. You see, this is iyan akanindot ang word sa Elohim, ang words, ang teaching ni Yeshua about sa parable. It's all about the Torah, iyahang teaching. It will not be outside from that. It always be, because if you see Yeshua, he's always in the context of his community at this time with Judah. So in their community in the house of Judah. So that was the teaching, and there are many who come to him to eat, but that's not, it's a spiritual food what he give to them, because he gives seed to the people. He gives seed, he gives teaching so that they can absorb that, and he will, this way he said, and those who hear the word, but unfortunately wala nilagi na receive in the stony side, in the wayside, those who's not just na one hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand, then the wicked one come and snatches away. So can you imagine with that? So the talents, the parable of the talents, the parable of the, what was the one we read last? It's all about that we, as the one called by Yeshua, the household of Elohim is the house of Israel. The whole house of Israel, the household of Judah, and the house of Israel, or Ephraimites. And Ephraimites is one to work out the seed of the Torah. And this is what will flourish, that we become one unto Elohim, because that the Torah is what will access us unto the Father. So, as he said in Matthew 24 it is about the seed. The talents is about the seed. The seed that it was planted. Where do you plant your seed? Diba? As we have read. So this is how it very interesting ang teaching ni Yeshua. It's because it is about how do we, unsaon na to paglambo. How do we flourish ang usa ka tawo? It is away with our own, unsa na atong good deeds. Our own good deeds. So all is in a positive behavior, positive thoughts, and our mga kuha na to. It is written, as Shaul said, it will not depart also. Dili na siya mo simang. It will be in the teaching of Shaul and Yeshua is mo din na siya, coincide na sila. It's just a connecting the dots. What does Shaul said? Walk on the spirit that you will not walk in the flesh. And this is what we have to work out sa atong kaugalingon, ang katong the fruit of the spirit. You see, the fruit of the spirit, what is important. And you know that in Galatians, the fruit of the spirit and the fruit of the flesh. So when we are in the flesh, you can see that in the parable of the third one, which is in the stony, he gisow ang seed niya into the cares of life. Wala mo tubo, because we will not become fruitful, because in the thorns, because ang the cares of life, the riches, what makes choke him in the earthly, the earthly riches, what choke the word nga wala nakatubo. Have you read carefully? The word, i-choke mo ay nakapachok kay wala nakatubo, And no one he received amongst the thorns is he who hears the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word. So the word is the Torah. Ang Torah wala makatubo sa iyang kinabuhi because of the cares of this world. And he becomes unfruitful. So, unsa may giingon ni Yeshua og ang bunga, di ba? Ingon to siya, pag kining bunga, di gani mo bear fruit ning bunga, ining kuan, ning kahuyan, it will be prune. I-prune dyan na, putlon dyan na. Oh, di ba? So, what about to prune? What is the life? Because if you are not fruitful, you're in the world. So, anytime the enemy is snatching you, we're in the world, busy na ta sa busy bodies na ta sa world, and it will snatch our own life. And this is how, kung di ta fruitful, cut off yun na. So, it means, cut off means, patay. So, but if we are in the good ground, a one seed, o 1 talents, o 2 talents, nga gihatag ni Messiah sa ato, but he who receive seed on the good ground is our heart, is he who hears the word and understand it, who indeed bears fruit and produce some 100-fold, and some 60, and some 30. Oh. You see, ayaw lang kong punta na mga 30, 60, basta kay ni folded siya kadaghan. Para sa talent nila, ni double ilang talent, so maupo na, mo flourish ang usa ka tawo. When we are meditating, as I said in Psalm 1:2, when we meditate the Torah in our life, meditate day and night, then it will become like a tree of living of waters that kanang mo flourish siya, di ba? Yang dahon dili makuan. What is the leaves? The leaves of the Torah. It will flourish atong life. It is our healing of the soul. The Torah is the healing of our soul. And the Torah is the tree of life. The tree of life is the Torah. So, this way, from the other side, there is other side nga, tree also nga, naapod sila, ana. So, we are not from that, the knowledge of evil, but we have that knowledge of good, which is the Torah. The Torah is the knowledge of good. So, what it has given and entrusted to Judah, and this is what we have to partake from that, because we are came from the outside, and we have to stick on that, to hold on the Torah of Elohim. Oh, diba? So beautiful ang teaching ni Yeshua. Pag we understand what seed is that, what talent is that. So what seed? It's about seed, you know, the seed of the Torah. What is must be bear sa atong kinabuhi. Why? Because na sa atong paano man tayo ma-align, ma-harmony unto ni Yeshua and unto the Father. It's only by shalom. It's only by shalom. And how do we handle that? When we have, it will grow in our life. It is our imuna will grow unto Elohim. Pag we have imuna in life, what will happen is you become stable na. Dili ka unstable. Why? Because you have trusted Elohim. You trust Elohim whatever comes sa atong life. Yung mga negative emotions nato, yung mga negative energies, mga negative nato nga thoughts, mga fear, that is not from Elohim. When we have fear, it means you don't trust Elohim. But it's our flesh who are shaking from things, mga worry nato, mga bitterness nato, mga pride nato, arrogancy, whatever, that is from the other side, the negative side na siya. The fruit of the flesh na siya. But the fruit of the Spirit, that must be nga atong i-master sa atong kinabuhi. So that, di na ta ma-shaken pag naana ta sa fruit of the Spirit, because the flesh will not affect na sa ato ang, di na ka maapektuhan sa, kung ikaw ang imuhang fruit of the Spirit is, ikaw, you are stable na ana, na master na nato, then, di na ka ma-shaken sa imuhang flesh, because you know you don't care anymore what will happen in the flesh, because you know you have the Father will take care of what is our needs, what is because he controls our life. If you let him control our life, as he is the potter's hand, then what is to worry about for the future? No, we take it what is day by day, and I know that is not, because when mostly we are shaken with our mga fears na to, mga kanang mga negative emotions, tanan. It is written in the flesh. We see the Galatians. You see, we're gonna read here the fruit of the flesh. It is very clear. sexual immorality, impurity, debauchery, idolatry, and witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissension, factions, and envy, drunkenness, orgies, and alike. I warn you, as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of Elohim. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So you see, kung mamaster ni natong fruit of the Spirit, di na ta stable na ta, we will not be, dili na ta ano sa mga fleshing nga mga kinaiya nato, di ba, mga kinaiya nato usahay nga naagyo ta ng mga atong mga different, di ba? If ma-remove na siya nato, because that is from the flesh, di na ta matarog anang we have shalom from above. So we are in the alignment of Elohim. So pag align ta, or we are in harmony of Elohim, then the enemy cannot snatch us. Oh, diba? It's not easy. So it's nice to talk, but it is also a part of our self to work out on it. You know, it's not easy, diba? Because you cannot live alone. You have people around you, and you will encounter different behavior. So the things, how do you handle ana? And especially now on our times is really mura nag-octopus bitaw nga is squeezing and pressuring the people. So this is why, how do we handle those nga ma-fruitful ta sa atong kinabuhi? Because there is a reason kung nganong naa ng mga butanga kay mga sitwasyon na mga panghitabo kay Elohim. It is said, no pain, no gain. So dili ta ma-whole and complete kung wala tay mga dili ta motubo sa atong kinabuhi. So umutubo lang na siya kung nanay mga pagsuway sa kinabuhi nga ma-learn na to nga lessons ba nga dili ta magpabilin din ha diba, ang nanay mga panghitabo nga mga mahitabo sa tong kinabuhi, mga pagsulay, baton tag kagool, sometimes maka-encounter kag tao, maglagot ka, bitterness, grudges, diba, especially sa atong mga fellow. So kana siya mga gaw sa mga pride nato, wala dili na ko na sa gangrena na. So if there is, kung ang tao mag-detox gani, kung unsay gipang kuan nila nga mga toxic sa ilang body, the same po na spirituality, mag-detox po ta sa ato ang character traits nato. Okay, that is what will bear fruit in our life, that we become more, will shine unto Elohim. Ma-reach out na to more and more ang light sa Elohim kung kana siya atong i-work out. Diba? So may gingon siya, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. So magkurog tas kahadlok kay ngano na kini lagi mag self-control, mag-control tas atong kinaiya nga di ta kanang naang gud kinaiya atong mangisog ta good. Naagin makarnal ta ba, makarnal. So mao na siya mahitabo sa tuwa nga makarnal ta. And the point kung makarnal ka is agoy, karnal ka not please Elohim, right? Okay, shalom, maura to akong i-share ninyo kabayan sa parable.